and this is our presentation on Passover and Hanukkah. This is kind of like our side presentation. I'm actually doing a presentation on Buddha's life.
So my name's Chase, and like Luke said, we're all doing this group project, but I am personally researching separately avatars of the Hindu religion.
As for me, my name is Silas, and this is my little side project that I had to do, this one right here. But my real project is having to study Jesus Christ.
So we're going to start with Passover and then move into Hanukkah, because that's how it goes in the year. So.
Passover is a 7-day holiday lasting from the 15th to the 22nd of a Jewish holiday called Nisan. Nisan is our March or April. It's celebrated in Nisan because on the first day of Nisan, the Jewish people were set free from the Egyptians.
Okay, so about 3,300 years ago, all the Hebrew people were enslaved in Egypt, and God sent the prophet Moses to go and try and set all the Hebrew people free. Moses used 12 plagues to convince the Pharaoh that the Hebrew people should be set free. The 12th plague was the angel of death. The angel of death came and was sent by God to kill all the firstborn children of all the Egyptians. What God had the Hebrew people do, so that none of their children were killed, is paint lamb blood on the doors of their houses, so the angel would pass over the house, which is where Passover gets its name from. Now, one of the main things you celebrate with on Passover is this lovely presentation right here, which normally doesn't look like this. There's specially made plates that look more like this picture right here, with little currency and everything in it. But it's called a cedar plate. And everything on the cedar plate has a meaning. So the egg symbolizes how, like, the egg is different than all the others, because when eggs are boiled, they get harder, whereas every other food gets softer. So it shows that even through all this hardship and everything, the Jews were still stronger and stronger in their belief in Jesus. Or the parsnip, which is the good fortune that the Jews had before they were enslaved in the previous years. And then we have saltwater lettuce, which is right in front. And that is, it represents the tears of the Jewish people. The lovely concoction in the middle is a bunch of bitter spices, and they represent all the bitter suffering that the Jews had to go through. The red thing on the side there is ketoset. It represents the mortar that the Jews had to make bricks out of while they were enslaved. So it's got apples and walnuts and wine and sugar and cinnamon and stuff like that. And the last is the bone. So the shank bone represents the lamb offering that was brought to the temple before Passover in Jerusalem.
Passover is important because it reminds the family who celebrate it to love their family and appreciate what they have. It's also reminded of the things they have overcome and the things that they will have to overcome because they live faithful to God.
And that's Passover.
Wow, Hanukkah.
Interesting.
Welcome, my friends. You've heard of what Hanukkah is about? Now, it's a Jewish holiday, as you probably understand, because it's right next to the Passover. It's celebrated with 8 nights. Unlike Christmas, it has a specific game the Jewish people play certain foods they eat. They do give gifts, but they give small gifts each single day instead of one single day. Funny thing about this, though, is that some people think it's a Jewish Christmas when it's not at all. So, why food is cooked in oil? Well, the Syrians had about 168 BC, the Syrians took a holy temple in Jerusalem from the Jewish people, and for a year or two later, a revolution had been going on with the Jewish people against the Syrians. At one point, the Jewish people finally won against the Syrians and retook their temple. When they retook their temple, the Syrians had left some stuff behind. One of